Hello everybody, hope you're all well and thanks for looking in on the latest Monty video. Well, so far, May's been absolutely manic. I haven't stopped for a minute. Started off with a visit to the Iron Curtain Museum down in Guildford. Helped them out for a couple of days, sorting out ready for opening at the end of the month. Did a bit of towing vehicles round and I managed to get this old Foden started and up and running. Hasn't run for 20 years apparently. Took a bit of doing, it hasn't got a fuel tank as you can see. Had to invent a fuel line, bleed the fuel system, put some new batteries on it. Anyway, we got the old girl up and running. And she's driving around the site now. So that was a good weekend. And nipped down to Sussex last weekend to a friend of mine who's got his own Militant. That's this yellow one you can see. He's bought a load of parts from my spares Militant, so I delivered them for him. Had a look round it and helped him out with a couple of problems. And in between times, I've managed to fit in taking a few bits off the spares motor. So how have we done with that? Well, got the front wheel arches off first of all, and the front bumper there you can see sitting on the deck. So they're all ready to go down the farm and moved on from there. Once we got the wings and everything off, started on the inside. Obviously the top came off a couple of weeks ago, so now we're working on the bottom half. Engine covers and bits and pieces from inside, I want to keep hold of them. Air filters are off, they went down to my man in Sussex. I need that antifreezer bottle, so that'll be coming off shortly. But most of the engine cover bits I either need or I need to use as patterns, and as you can see now they're all gone, both near side and offside. All the seats are out and we're ready to start taking the cab off. I've got so many bits and pieces lined up, I'm trying to find a means of getting them back to the farm. So I've acquired this little trailer, and quite a nice thing it is too. And here we are with our first load, wheel arches, bits of engine cover and that, already going back to the farm. Next up then, get rid of the radiator, and good use of the old company forklift here actually. They're a bit heavy, these radiators, but I've got my little modified radiator cap with its lifting eye in it. I just took a ratchet strap round it, tie it onto the forklift and lift the thing straight off. And with that out of the way, I can now get on and get down to the front corner here where the brake pedal is and all these air pipes and that. It's much easier to get in there and strip that lot out with the radiator out of the way. Once that's gone, I can start working on the bottom half of the cab itself. And I decided I'd do it in two halves. With a careful bit of measuring, I've cut up the back of the cab so that I can lift it in two pieces. And here's the offside already off and sitting on the deck and ready to get transported down the farm. And as you can see, it gives a lot more access to that engine and the rest of the bits I want to take off. That's going to make life a lot easier. Near side coming off, as you can see, there's quite a few bits of ratchet strap around it to lift it up to make sure it comes up square. And again, the old company forklift. Thanks very much to Bus Doctor there for letting us use it. With that, lift it off and get it off dead easily. While I'm doing this, one of the lads from the workshop turns up and says, "Here, I'll film that for you. You can put it on the video." So I got the camera set up, passed it over to him as you can see, and he walked round and got into a good position, and then for some reason turned the camera off. So he never did film it. Anyway, both halves here sitting on the floor, waiting to get transported back down the farm. As you can see, they're a bit mucky, a bit corroded, but they're going to give us a pattern for making Monty a fresh cab. Out with the old trailer again. Oh, I couldn't have picked a worse day for doing this. Talk about raining, unbelievable. Here's the first lot. You've got the driver's side of the cab there and a few other bits and pieces loaded up and all tied down. And as you can see in the video, it's absolutely chucking it down and I'm completely soaked. Back to the farm. So we use the old tonker sitting at the farm there to lift it up and get it out of the trailer. They don't weigh very much, so that blue string just tied on makes an ideal lifting device. And I'm just lifting it out, and lo and behold, it starts raining again, as you can see, and I'm already soaked to the skin, and I've just about had enough of the day, and I've only been going a couple of hours. So it didn't get lifted off very nicely actually. In fact, it just got chucked over there for the time being. And as you can see, the rain is absolutely coming down like you wouldn't believe. And everything, including myself, is getting soaked. Anyway, went back for a second run, picked up the near side of the cab, and that's it being unloaded now. It's still raining and I'm still wet, and I've basically had enough of the damn day. Anyway, new day brings the sunshine for a change, and we're cracking on. This time we're getting a bit serious. We've got the gas axe out now. There's a few bits that just don't want to come undone, so they're going to get cut off and have done with. And then we had a major crisis. I knocked the tea mug off the side of the chassis. The worst bit was, it was full of tea at the time. Not impressed with that. Now the cab's completely out of the way, I can concentrate on some of the other bits. I'm starting with all these air pipes. There's an absolute myriad of pipes go round from the compressor up to the foot brake valve, and all the little non-return valves in there and what have you. And they're all different shapes and sizes. And they've all got good unions on. So I want to save all of them, just in case Monty needs them. But even if Monty doesn't, somebody else is bound to. So they're worth hanging on to. So we fished all of them out. And we got the tyre inflator there. Like I say, there's a couple of non-return valves and a couple of other little bits. And we're starting to look like we're getting somewhere, stripping it down. As you can see, I found a fresh tea mug as well. So we're looking quite good. Engine and gearbox nearly ready to come out. Transfer box is out. The box itself is knackered, which is good news for a friend of mine up in Sheffield, because he only wants a couple of bits off of it for his broken one, and I wasn't keen on taking apart a good gearbox. But as it's knackered, doesn't matter, he can have the bits. Sometimes the easiest way to get a thing done is put your Stetson on, unleash the inner cowboy, and just let rip. There you go, job done. And here we are, lifting the gearbox and the engine out. Of course, the only tool for the job has got to be the little tonker, hasn't it? So we're on site, Sunday morning. Here we go, lifting the gearbox out. Now, whoever designed the gearbox had a bright idea. They put a little hooky attachment right in the middle at the top, and it's the perfect place for balancing it. And you just hook your chain on and take the weight, and it just pops straight out. Then you can lift it up and wheel it over and move it down wherever you want it, obviously with your little tonker. So we're just going to place it on the concrete there for the time being, and we'll come back to that in a minute when we get the engine out. On the engine, take the weight of it just to lift it off that front cross member, and get rid of the front cross member. So we got a nice bit of clearance there. And all we've got to do is lift it forward slightly, and up she comes out of the chassis rails. I can't imagine doing this with the cab fitted. It must have been bloody hard work. It's so much easier when it's all stripped out and you just lift it out the middle. There you go. I've got an air pipe hooked up on the side there. I couldn't get it out of the way before I lifted the engine, so I had to sort of lift the engine up a bit and then unhook the air pipe. I need both hands though to work the tonker, so I can't film it, but you'll have to believe it happened anyway. And there's the engine sitting on the bed of the tonker. Load the gearbox up, tie it all down, strap it down, and we're ready for a trip back to the farm. And here's our chassis that we're left with. That's starting to look quite bare now, that is. But we've salvaged an awful lot of parts off of it, so it's been well worth the purchase. So that's where we are then. Front axle's coming out next, and I might even have somebody who needs that actually. There's a word going round, there's a Militant with a dead front axle that wants one. So a friend's phoning a friend, and we're going to try and sort it out, and they'll have this one into their Militant. In the meantime, Manic May continues. We've got the big rally at Newark next weekend, so the rest of next week's going to be getting ready for that. We've got both the tonker and a little timber tractor going up for that, so that's a good weekend. If you've got a bit of free time next weekend and you're in the Newark area, get yourself down to the AC rally. It's well worth a visit. Come round and say hello and see what we've got on our Militant stand. In between times, well, thanks for watching the video. Hope you've enjoyed it. At least you're up to date with what's happening with Monty. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.